guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. Here we have LR Full Power Frieza. So, I did the 55% no dupe showcase on Super Saiyan Goku, and it's like, he's good. He's like a top 5 unit. But I don't, no way is he enough to surpass UI Goku. I don't really, it's like Goku is just good, right? No revive, no nullification, none of these like really crazy abilities. His active skill is great, but it's very tough to get. Now, I think the way they built these units, right? Here, of course, again, we got our Frieza at 55%. You guys know how I do the 55% videos. I typically go in link level 1. I don't put equips, anything like that. We're just sort of jumping in. Now, I think the way Goku and Frieza are built, I think Frieza's going to end up coming out of here with an advantage over Goku. Because Frieza, right, is getting like ki and attack against superclass enemies. He gets guaranteed crits against Goku. You know, his active skill you could use if there's a superclass enemy. It's like, I feel like that's much more common than villains, right? So Goku has to be up against villains. Frieza's just against heroes, which I feel like you're going to see a lot more often. So, because of that, I think Frieza's going to be more impactful. And again, guaranteed crits against Goku is pretty good. It's not quite as good as, you know, Cooler with his guaranteed crits against pure and hybrid Saiyans, but, you know, you have to transform with Cooler to get to that. It's not hard to, but you still have to do it, right? Whereas for Frieza, it's just, you know, he's got it right there at turn 1. Alright, so let me go ahead and level Frieza up to level 150. Let me get his SA up to 20 here, and we'll go ahead and test out LR Full Power Frieza, potentially the best unit in the game. From what I've seen, I think UI Goku is still better, but Frieza, I think, has more of a case to competing with him than the Super Saiyan Goku does. Alright guys, so we're going to start out here with Frieza's new Sworn Enemy Leader skill. So, Frieza gives Sworn Enemy or Namek Saga Category 3 ki, 170% HP and attack, and 150% defense. A good leader skill, but I just don't understand why defense is not 170. I just think that at this point, I think all leader skills should just be 170 across the board. Who cares? You know, right? Like, we've been in the category meta for years now. So, Frieza's at 150k defense right here. Well, I mean, here's the thing, right? When judging this Frieza, okay, so this is the friend. This friend is at 55% with a couple of link levels and some equips on as well. The thing about judging Frieza is that it's very difficult if he's not link level 10, right? Because again, you're not getting a true representation of what the character is even capable of doing until you get him to link level 10, which is an issue, right? Like, it's again, until Big Bad Bosses is level 10, we're not even truly looking at what this unit can do. Because look at this, right? If Big Bad Bosses was level 10, he'd be getting an extra 25% defense, bam, right there. Then on 18 key super attack, he's stacking defense. He stacks attack on his 12 key super attack. So he has a lot of the same gimmicks as Goku, right? He does launch an additional super when he gets hit. He does have a medium chance of launching an additional super as a second or third attacker in a turn as well. You know, very similar to what like the UI Gokus and Evolution Blue Vegetas and characters like that are able to do. He gets... So, the one thing that's different, right, is that Goku gets... Alright, Frieza gets an extra 100% attack and defense for the first 6 turns. Now, this is good because Frieza and Goku both stack. So it's like, by the time this wears off, you literally will not even be able to really tell, right? Because Frieza's stacking on his 18 key, stacking on his 12 key. Again, the 50% extra attack against superclass enemies is going to be very easy to get as well. After the 6 turns, again, the 100% attack and defense drops to 50% attack. So he loses 100% defense and 50% attack right there. But it's like, the thing about Frieza is like his link set, right? She's got Prodigies, Universe's Most Malevolent, Strongest Clan in Space, Big Bad Bosses, Nightmare, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power. If I put him in the middle here, we are going to have everything except for Nightmare and Big Bad Bosses are the only two. And we would have Big Bad Bosses active if it was actually, like, possible. I'm not going to do that, though, because I just Frieza would kill. Here, let's just do this. Okay, So no matter what Frieza does on this super attack, is guaranteed. Remember, this is a guaranteed crit because we're fighting Goku. Remember that Frieza, after being hit right here, bam. So now he gets a guaranteed additional, right? So it's like 5 million with the guaranteed additional. Again, against Goku enemies, which are very common, it's guaranteed crit. That's good. Because I'm thinking about him again, like when. The thing is they dropped Goku. And it's like, who is Goku's best friend, right? Like what is the character that brings out Goku's full potential? Because it's like, you can run him with AGL LR Gohan, and that definitely does work well, right? Running him with AGL LR Gohan, they share 7 links, but like, this Frieza was just dropped with the third form Frieza, right? Like, you have both of them together. So, the third form Frieza is, honestly, maybe the best banner unit. It's close. He is so crazy. He's sharing all these links. He's giving him the buff. And, you know, then Frieza with the superior link set. This is why, like, all these Frieza characters are always crazy next to Frieza characters. Like it's just like, look, like, humor me with some of these links, man. Again, we know what Big Bad Bosses does, right? But then, what is this? This is like Universe's Most Malevolent right here. That's 20% attack. You know, you have Strongest Clan in Space is giving you what, you got your 2 key right there. He's got Prodigies, which is going to be another 15% attack. Very easy to activate with, guess who? Third form Frieza right there, right? Like, so many of these links, he's getting so much attack, and they're so easy to get from these other Frieza units here. I mean, Goku, a lot of his links are easy as well, too, but Frieza has got, like, several, like this Frieza, again, third form Frieza, I feel like are going to help him out quite a bit more. And Frieza's stats, to me, are looking much higher right out of the gate than Goku. Goku, I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to think of this Frieza at full level 10 links and stuff like that. I'm thinking I am still going to like UI Goku better, because it's just like, UI Goku is just like 70 times better than these two in Super Battle Road, which to me I value a lot. Like, that turn 1, slot 1 in Super Battle Road is a much more difficult position to be in than Frieza and Goku stacking and cream pieing like the legendary Goku and Vegeta events, right? That's not really that tough. One thing that you do want to look at that as, like, really good, right? So Frieza, this is a huge good thing with him, is he's on so many teams. But, like, look at Frieza's presence on Gifted Warriors right here. Gifted Warriors, this Frieza is, I mean, he's definitely the best unit on the category, right? Because he's definitely, I think Frieza's definitely better than LR, Evolution Blue Vegeta. Like, you know, the legendary Vegeta event's going to be coming to Global, and, like, this Frieza will probably be the best option for a lot of players for getting rid of the Gifted Warrior team, right? Like, Frieza is on, like, final trump card, like, the Terrifying Conquerors. You just look at so many of these teams, and it's like, I just think that, like, whenever any of these teams get, like, one of these missions for one of these long events, Infinite Dragon Ball History, Legendary Vegeta event, maybe there's a Legendary Frieza event that comes out in the future, this guy is going to be great for that. You know, but not as good in Super Battle Road. He's definitely going to be a killer in Battlefield, too. Both Goku and Frieza are. All right, so let me just go ahead and rock this. So we're not going to get the guaranteed double super attack, but we're going to get... This is going to be a really good turn. Let me actually pump Frieza up here to 24 key. So we're getting a little bit of support from the first form the final form Frieza. This would be all 7 links if Big Bad Bosses was level 10 right here. So this is a good turn for LR Full Power Frieza. Again, he's got his 100% attack start of turn. He has 100% attack for the 6 turns from start of turn. 50% attack from a super class enemy. Guaranteed crit because it's Goku. 5.55. Now, he didn't get hit before he attacked, so it's not going to be a guaranteed additional, but he does still have a 30% chance to additional in slot 2 or 3, right? So he is looking good, but, I mean, again, this guy is reliant on Big Bad Bosses level 10. You need that Big Bad Bosses level 10 in order for this Frieza to be super mega godly. All right, so now he's stacking. Okay. I mean, he's getting 90% attack and defensive support here, but, I mean, this is his second turn. Rainbow level 10 links, I mean, I feel like he'd be closer to, like, 270k defense here. Again, really good, but I don't know that I put him in front of UI Goku. I don't. I just think UI Goku is too with the revival, the easier to get active skill, the dodging. That dodging, it's always hilarious. Dodging is like the reason. So let me see what this attack set is, and I want to finish this point. 5.63. Yeah, he does put up big numbers. I mean, these are like 7 and 8 million attack stats at Rainbow level 10 Lynx, right? Like these are big numbers he's putting up. That's for damn sure. But dodge is stronger than additional and crit. And you want to know who thinks that? Is Dokkan themselves. The reason we know this for sure is look at the system, right? 1 point in additional is 2. So like 7 additional, that's 14 chance to additional, right? 14%. 1 point of crit is 2% as well. So 17 crit, he's got a 34% chance to crit, right? Dodge is 1 to 1. 3 dodge is a 3% chance to dodge. So the game is like sort of implying like, yeah, we think dodge is the strongest. Like it's the 70% chance to dodge with UI Goku, plus 200k defense, plus the revive that makes him the god, and then the crits as well. Although, I think it's going to be very common for Frieza to be busting out these crits, right? Like, you're going to see Frieza, because you fight Goku enemies a lot in this game. So it's going to be very easy for Frieza to be just like casually throwing out crits left and right, right? Another really good turn. Again, we would have all links active right here if Big Bad Bosses was link level 10. Get ready, that's a theme of this video, but I mean, that's the way Big Bad Bosses characters are, right? Like, we're not seeing them at their full potential until that link is level 10. That's why the last couple of Big Bad Bosses units, that was the link that finished for me, by the way. Garlic Jr., LR Janemba. So hopefully Full Power Frieza here does not do me dirty like that. All right, so let's see this attack set right here. I mean, he's looking good, right? He stacks defense on that 18 key, stacking attack on that 12 key. Remember, he has an active skill exactly like Goku's, right? Where, you know, you're stacking attack going through the event, and then that active skill is just doing a bajillion, zillion, million damage. Frieza's looking good. I think I easily like Frieza better than Goku. Goku's defensively is just flat out not good enough. Super Saiyan Goku defensively is just not good enough. He's just not good enough. At all, I don't think. No way. No way. Like, all of the units in the game, I like more like... It's like, yeah, Goku, you know, 7 turns deep into the event defensively is fine, but, you know, you need to be stacking with him getting the 12 key for that to happen, too. Frieza's looking a lot better defensively to me. His defense is much higher than Goku's, so that's good for him, obviously. Alright, so now we're over here on Transformation Boost. Again, our boy Frieza should be looking pretty good right here at the start. 161k defense. Yeah, dude. So this rotation right here, what is this? I mean, he'd be getting an extra, like, Rainbowed and Big Bad Bosses. Nah, I mean, 220, 230 maybe? That is good turn 1. Like, Super Battle Road, like, yeah, super attacks are going to destroy you. Again, I'm very annoyed that Frieza and Goku don't have beam nullifications, because both of them, obviously, you know, Goku, you know, with the iconic, you know, you fool, like, that should have been a beam counter, I think. And then Frieza, with the Nova Strike, could have nullified beam supers, I think, as well, right? Like, seemingly he had killed Goku. That, to me, is what it is also a big separation between UI Goku and these two. Is, you know, he's got the revive. I mean, people pretend like that shit doesn't exist. It sure does. So, I don't know. Alright, so remember, we get guaranteed double super right here. We're not going up against a Goku, so it's not a guaranteed crit. Was that 4.61? But again, I mean, you know, you guys know Rainbow level 10 links. I mean, that's like 7+ with the guaranteed additional super coming in. It's Frieza against the Goku enemy where he's doing the guaranteed crits. That's where it's like stunning what he's doing. Because obviously another thing that's so crazy about, like, you know, Goku and Evolution Blue Vegeta is that 50% chance to crit they've got from their super attack effect, right? Like, you start getting guaranteed crits with double and additional super attacks. And then that's why, like, Frieza, you know, you could easily triple super with Frieza. And if you're doing 3 crits right there, there's, like, not a form of Goku in this game that's, like, gonna survive, like, triple crits from that. Like, I guess the Dragon Fist, like, tech one at the end, I mean, Frieza's still going to cut his ass up, but probably not one-shot him. I don't think. I mean, it'll be close. LR Janemba, too, by the way. Another character who should work good with Frieza. Ki could be an issue for them, right? Because Janemba and Frieza both, like, they don't get Ki the easiest. I mean, Frieza's getting, what, 2 Ki from Strongest Clan in Space? And that is it in terms of Ki from Lynx. Then he's getting 2 Ki at the start of turn, right? Just for free. And then he builds up 1 Ki at the start of each turn against a super class enemy. This will inhibit a little bit, like, sort of like creative building like that. Like, I wish Frieza, rather than Prodigies, had strongest, or, shocking speed. If Frieza had shocking speed instead of Prodigies, I think that would be very helpful, right? And again, Frieza and Janemba as a 1-2 pairing would be ridiculous. That would be so crazy. I mean, they still work well, right? They're going to have Fierce Battle, Legendary Power, and Big Bad Bosses, which has a lot of stats anyway. But, I mean, you guys get what I'm saying. Okay, so now he's up to 228k. Again, that's after the defensive stack. Let's go into a longer event. And then let's sort of let Frieza spread his wings a little bit. And let's see what our boy Frieza's doing in a long event. You know, we could let him stack his attack a bit. We could let him stack his defense. The other thing, too, like, right, like, because it's like, you could quickly be like, well, Frieza's stacking defense. He's going to take double digits from DragonFest Goku at the end. And it's like, no, he's not. Because Frieza is doing so much damage that you're moving through these events very fast, right? So you're not going to have a chance for Frieza to really stack his defense up to a level where he's, like, easily tanking that Goku. I mean, if you stall, right, and, like, you're not supering with other units and stuff like that, sure. I'll be curious to see how Frieza's going to perform in the Legendary Vegeta event. Because in there, he's not doing his guaranteed crits. You could still stack up. Yeah, I'll be very curious to see how Frieza will hold up against Evolution Blue Vegeta. I think that's going to be a really good test. Like, because that's UI Goku's weakness, too. Is DragonFest Goku, you know, Int UI Goku, that AGL Evolution Blue Vegeta. Those enemies that cancel dodging, right, at the very end of those events, right? Whereas for Full Power Frieza and, you know, the Namek LR Goku, that sort of should be where they're at their best. But it just depends. I think one thing that really would have helped both Frieza and Goku, by the way, I've talked about this a couple times. I think their super attacks, both of them, they should have stacked attack and defense for both. I think that would have made them quite a bit better if they were able to stack both on both super attacks. Because, I mean, they would be... That would make them, like, 1-2, maybe. Because, like, you're just, no matter what, like, they're just double supering every turn, stacking attack and defense. It would just be ludicrous how strong they would get. But... right now, I think I've seen enough to where I can feel comfortable saying UI Goku is 1, but, I mean, I gotta actually get Big Bad Bosses to level 10 on this guy, take him into these super difficult events, and then see. He's definitely good. I think I'd be comfortable putting this guy as 2, I think. UI Goku, Frieza, probably Super Saiyan Goku, then Vegeta, then STR Vegito? Something like that is what I'm thinking. But yeah, let's go into, like, the Legendary Goku event here and let Frieza sort of stack up. Alright, so we'll do Transformation Boost again. Again, I'm going to let Frieza go ahead and build up 175k right here, huh? Again, Big Bad Boss is level 10. You guys know the whole speech about how much higher that would be. That is really quite good, right? Like, he's defensive stacking, but he's going to be starting out, I mean, Rainbow Link level 10, 220, 230, 240, something like that on this turn, I think. That's going to be pretty good. And it's, you know, it seems like he might not be that big of an issue. I mean, especially running him with third form Frieza, but, like, that's just what you're going to do, right? Because this third form Frieza is, I mean, I don't want to just say he's the best banner unit outright, but he's up there. He's on that same level as Trunks and Goten, Gohan and Goten, those types of characters. You just run those two together, and guess what? You're cooking. You're cooking away. So it's going to be looking pretty good. The other thing I do want to do, too, here is I want to get Frieza's active skill. Now, Frieza and Goku's active skill, you're not going to see them that often because it's just, the conditions are just too specific. But I do think you'll see Frieza's probably a bit more often then you're going to see Goku's, right? Honestly, I don't care. It should have just been like turn 4. Turn 4, you could use your active skills. Turn 3. Like, just make them like the LR Super Saiyan 4s, right? Like, that would have been fine, I think, if you could just pop them turn 4. I don't see why they have, like, you know, amazing voice acting, godly animations, amazing windscreens, and they're like, yeah, let's just hide that shit, like, behind impossible conditions. Like, it's no fun. Like, come on, dude. What is his defense right here? Oh, yeah, I mean, this would be like 300k. His second turn? Yeah. Frieza's looking powerful. Goku doesn't get no goddamn 300k defense turn 2. It's not what Goku is doing. All right, let's get this active skill. This is probably the best voice acting in the game right here. I love it. It's so good. All right, so we'll do a few more turns here. I'm pretty content, though. Frieza's looking good. I think we could rock him in Super Battle Road even at 55%. I think he's going to perform much better than Goku did, right? 228k right there. Again, we're just going to continue to build that defense up and up and up. Very easy. It just feels very free getting Frieza's 18k Super. We are going up against a Super class enemy, though, where Frieza is building up that ki. But again, that's an advantage that Frieza's got over Super Saiyan Goku, right? Where I just feel like we're fighting super class enemies much more often than extreme class enemies. The good news is that when it does come to some of these difficult Super Battle Road stages, right? Like Goku, most of these stages, I feel like they set you up to where you're fighting the opposite, right? So it's like with Goku, we're gonna be fighting, you know, a lot of extreme class enemies. You know, with the Frieza stages, you know, that he's on, we're gonna be fighting a lot of super class enemies, right? For sure. But, you know, some of those categories, there is like a big mix there. But I still feel like super class is much more common, right? And Goku himself is, like, dude, Goku doing guaranteed crits against Frieza is, like, irrelevant. It literally doesn't matter, basically. You almost will never get that benefit. But Frieza getting guaranteed crits against Goku, that fucking matters, dude. There's a lot of Goku enemies you're going to be fighting in this game. So he's going to be critting very, very often. And remember, like, then if we're comparing Frieza to UI Goku, that's when a UI Goku, like, the biggest arguments for UI Goku and then Evolution Blue Vegeta is those crits, right? Like, how many crits they do. But it's like, you know, Frieza against a Goku is just doing guaranteed crits. So, it's tough. I'm liking this Frieza, man. He's exactly what a lot of these villain teams needed, too. Oh, okay, so look at this. His passive just wore off. Yeah, we can see his defense did go down a little bit. It's not that bad, but it's noticeable that his defense did drop. All right, I'm going to do this turn, and then we're going to go into Super Battle Road after this, and sort of see our boy Frieza rocking some shit up. We took Goku into Super Class, so we'll go ahead and take Frieza into Extreme Class, I think is what we're going to go ahead and do, rather than, like, one of the new Extreme stages. Because, like, again, like, Goku is like, irrelevant in the Pure Saiyan Extreme Super Battle Road stage. Like, they turn him into, like, he's a crash test dummy in there. Frieza, I feel like, is going to perform much better in, like, Transformation Boost Extreme Super Battle Road. Like, I feel like Frieza is actually a major threat in there. Whereas a lot of those stages, I just feel like Goku is not that helpful, really. All right, let's take this bad boy Frieza into Super Battle Road. Again, this is, you know, Frieza, man. I just wonder why Goku didn't get, like, a Kaioken Goku as a banner unit or something to just, like, because, dude, you just run this Frieza with third form Frieza everywhere. Like, there's no reason not to. Like, you just toss that Frieza at his hip, and you're good to go. You're cream pie and everything. There's literally no reason not to run third form Frieza with this Frieza on, like, every single team you can. All right? Like, you just run them together, and it's GG. Right? All the like, they have, what, 5 links together? You know, the only 2 they don't have are Nightmare and Legendary Power. Like, you're good. Like, it's GG. Like, you're coolin'. But then, like, it's like you can't run that Piccolo. Like, Piccolo's out on Kamehameha on all these teams, man. It's kind of a bummer. You know, Goku family and all these. I mean, obviously you've got a lot better other options, but they really gave Frieza a full reach around with this third form Frieza, by the way. Like, that's crazy. It's stunning. I'm in the process of getting him done as well. All right. Let's see how we do. I think now Goten is gonna hit hard, I expect, right? Like, yeah, guess what? Tough titties. Like, that's how it's gonna be. But I'm curious how Frieza is going to defend against Trunks right here. Remember, Goku was super attacking once and taking damage. Alright, so Frieza after supering is going to be double digits. 6.81. Yeah, he's getting the 50% buff from Cooler. This is going to give him the defensive stack. He's still taking damage from Goten, though. This is the reason, by the way, that I like UI Goku better than Frieza and Goku. Is this exact situation. Now, Frieza, you know, rainbowed level 10 links, it actually might even be taking double-digit damage from Goten. Yeah, I think he would. He'd be taking, like, double-digit damage from Goten, right? But, like, UI Goku is just far superior in that slot 1 Super Battle Road. I consider that position way too difficult. There's so few units that can do that, right? Frieza actually is probably one who could do it, right? Especially after one Super with this LR Frieza, he's good. Look at this guy, by the way. Do you think he's good? How's this double-digit damage going to taste right here? Yeah. That third form Frieza's, he's something else. But that's like a huge benefit to full power Frieza here. I don't know, man. This Frieza's feeling really good to me. Like, he is, again, I am stunned. This is like, so like UI Goku and Evolution Blue Vegeta was no contest. I feel like full power Frieza versus Super Saiyan Goku is no contest. There's no argument for Super Saiyan Goku. What, right? Like, that's crazy. You would not have expected them to do that, but this Frieza just feels way better, and they gave him the support. Maybe there's another, maybe like the Part 2 LR will really help out Super Saiyan Goku. It's possible, but I think the way Frieza is built, I still like better. Because even though Frieza's passive does wear off after a couple of turns, he's still stacking. So it's like, doesn't really hurt that bad, right? Guaranteed crits against Goku enemy, not that hard. Pretty common, you're going to be fighting a super class enemy. Link set is really good, right? Like, me and Goresh both liked, you know, Prodigies over in a Flash is good. Over in a Flash is not really that prevalent on a lot of these villain teams. I would have preferred Shocking Speed, I think, over Prodigies. But, I mean, still, getting rid of Over in a Flash off of him does not hurt whatsoever. Frieza's on so many teams. He's good. At the end of this video, I like Frieza definitively, I think, as number 2. I think, behind only UI Goku. And, I mean, maybe that could be a personal preference of mine, but I just value slot 1 Super Battle Road a little too much. I just, like, there's a lot of units who could do what, like, you know, Super Saiyan Goku and Frieza could do in these long events, but that slot 1 Super Battle Road, that's tough. That's not, like, there's a bajillion units that could do that. All right, let's take a look at Frieza's details, but this boy is very goddamn good. Even just that turn right there, type disadvantage 55% without Big Bad. No, Big Bad Bosses was activated. Yeah, because he took the damage, and then Goten was doing double digits after that. Frieza stacked, and then Big Bad Bosses was active. So, okay. Yeah, Frieza, very strong. Very, very, very strong unit for sure. Alright, so this is Roar of Resentment. Frieza, full power. His leader skill is Sworn Enemies or Planet Namek Saga category key 3. HP and attack 170% and defense 150%. Frieza's a Planet Namek Saga leader. I guess it does feel a bit weird. That's a team that I would prefer the leader actually giving some sort of key or something like that, because it's going to be really weird. I mean, if STR Namek Goku gets his EZA, though, I'll love it, because then they're going to do what I've been asking for, which is give us, like, categories like that with, like, vastly different leaders. One of them being a Goku. You know, again, if he EZAs, he's going to be crazy. And then the other being a Frieza. Two, like, very good, like, runnable leads for the category that are completely different will be really good. You know, we'll see what's going to happen. But again, if Namek STR transforming Super Saiyan Goku, if he gets an EZA, that I'm gonna again, because you could go, you know, villain build of Namek Saga, hero build, a combo build. A combo build you'd probably want to run with that transforming Goku, because he's got, you know, prepare for battle and shocking speed. But you know, we'll see. We'll kind of see how a lot of this is going to turn out. Frieza's 12 key super attack is fierce hand-to-hand battle. I haven't mentioned this. I didn't mention this in the video yet, but so Frieza stacks attack, and then he does Mega Colossal on his 12 key. That is monstrous. I have noticed a huge difference between Super Saiyan Goku and this full power Frieza's 12 key attack stats compared to other LRs like, say, UI Goku. Do not compare. Their 12 key attack stats do not compare to what Frieza and Namek Goku are able to do on these 12 keys, man. Not even close. That Mega Colossal on both really matters on ridiculously powerful units like this. And then Frieza's 18 key is the full power Death Ball, which stacks defense and then does Mega Colossal damage as well. His passive skill, the Emperor's Final Showdown, gives him 2 key and 100% attack and defense at the start of turn. Then he launches a guaranteed additional super within the same turn after receiving attack. That is just a godly ability, and Namek Goku does not feel like a slot 1 unit to me. I mean, let me see him Rainbow level 10 links, but he doesn't feel like a slot 1 unit. Frieza is a slot 1 unit, I think. So that's a stronger ability, I think, on Frieza than it is on Goku. And then Frieza has a 30% chance of launching an additional super attack, 30% medium chance, as a second or third attacker in a turn. And then he gets an additional 100% attack and defense for 6 turns from the start of turn. That 6-turn limit on that doesn't really hurt that much as long as you're getting your 18 key supers. It could hurt you if, for whatever reason, you don't get a bunch of 18 keys with Frieza. His defense might be a little bit low after that. He gets 50% attack starting from the 7th turn. So it's like, for the first 6 turns, you get an extra 100% attack and defense, and then from turn 7 on, it's just 50% attack. He gets 1 key at the start of each turn, up to a max of 3, and an additional 50% attack. If there's a super class enemy, that's very easy to activate. I think way easier than Goku's against an extreme class enemy condition. And then Frieza performs a guaranteed crit against Goku. Again, very powerful. Whereas Goku's guaranteed crit against Frieza is who gives a shit, because you don't fight Frieza. It's one reason why AGL Bardock is not that impressive. But Frieza, yeah, you're fighting Goku's everywhere, all day, all the time. So that guaranteed crit on Frieza against Goku is very powerful. His active skill, I'm the one who will kill you, greatly raises attack temporarily and does ultimate damage to the enemy. And you can activate that when facing only one enemy. It's a super class enemy, and their HP is 30% or less. Too many conditions. Yeah, you'll be able to get it off here and there, but it's tough. It's not something you're going to see that often, I feel like. That's another sort of example, I think. I like UI Goku and Evolution Blue Vegeta's active skills of turn 4 and, 50% HP or higher. I think those are much better. You'll see those activate much, like not even close, way more often than you're going to see Frieza and Namek Super Saiyan Goku's activate. Although the damage you're going to get from Frieza and Namek Goku are going to be just like clown level high with them stacking attack the way they do. The damage they're going to be dishing out is going to be ludicrous, right? Frieza's link set is very good. Prodigies, Universe's Most Malevolent, Strongest Clan in Space, Big Bad Bosses, Nightmare, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power. I would definitely rather either Prodigies or Nightmare be Fear and Faith or Shocking Speed, but still a good link set. Even though it feels like Ki should be an issue for him, I didn't see it. I mean, one reason is I'm running him with third form Frieza the whole time, but like, I always talk about this too. There's a big difference between running like Physical Kid Buu, who sucks cock and will get killed in any event, and that third form Frieza, who is a god in this game, right? Like, third form Frieza's untouchable, he's doing crazy damage. There's no shame in running him with this Frieza, right? Like, running the good supports is what you're supposed to do. That third form Frieza makes this guy 18 key every single turn, and that is what you want to do, is run them together. I mean, there's not, like, that third form Frieza is better than 99% of the game anyway, right? And he's supporting, he's nutty. He's a nutty boy. Oh, is this true? Frieza has a 160% 12 key multiplier, but Goku's is only 150%, huh? That's interesting to me. Okay. Rightio. Yeah, that's definitely an advantage for Frieza. And then it's 24 keys, 200% like usual. Okay. Any easy A's where Frieza will be good? No, there aren't. Neither Frieza or Namek Goku have an easy A where they'll go in and dominate. Like, Frieza could help. He's better than a lot of options for maybe, like, the AGL Super Vegito easy A, but, he, you know, that would want a tech enemy, whereas Frieza's AGL. And then finally, Frieza's on, oh, I don't know, 500 category teams. A lot of them that really needed the help. Like, this is good. So, for starters, he's on the new Sworn Enemy team. This is a good team. This is a team that's going to get better as time goes on. Again, I would rather this actually was, like, powerful opponents. I think that would have been quite a bit better than what we've got here, but, I mean, this is still not bad, right? You know, basically sort of like, it's kind of like Dragon Ball Z Saga bosses, I guess you could sort of say, right? Just not including the movies. Well, I say Dragon Ball Z, I don't know, the original run of Dragon Ball, because then you get Tao and DKP in here as well. No Jr., though. No Piccolo Jr. Okay. Frieza's also on the Planet Namek Saga team, where he is the best unit on the team, I think easily. Then, of course, we also have the Full Power team. This is good, because you probably could get away with running Frieza with, like, Angel Frieza. Yeah, this is helpful, man. Frieza's going to make a big impact. Full Power has gotten a lot of very powerful units recently, so that's very good for that team. Frieza's also over here on Transformation Boost, which at this point I'd say is, like, more so a villain team. A lot of the transforming hero class characters, I think, are aging, right? A lot of these guys, I just don't find myself running too much. This feels dominated by villains, and a lot of these newer villain characters as well. Frieza's also on Wicked Bloodline. I mean, keep in mind, Frieza's like the strongest character in like every category he's on, right? Unless he's on a category with UI Goku, which I don't think they share one. So, I mean, that matter, like, for how good this guy is, to be the best unit on every single category you're on, is a big deal. This is, what, Terrifying Conquerors? This is Terrifying Conquerors. Ooh, boy, he is a buff for this team. Gonna be interested to see how that Zarbon and Dodoria card turns out. Frieza's also on Final Trump card. Really powerful buff for this team. Honestly, Golden Frieza, I wonder if we might see like an LR Golden Frieza end up on this team. Maybe even being the leader of this team, and then that could be very interesting, right? For sure. Final Trump card needs new leaders, though. Frieza's also on Exploding Rage, which is good. Yeah, Frieza and Janemba, dude. That's gonna work well in, like, Exploding Rage, Super Battle Road, and stuff like that. Frieza's a big buff to this team. That's good. Dude, so many LRs. This team has gotten 4 LRs in the last, like, 32 days or something like that. Okay. Frieza's also on, what is this, Inhuman Deeds right here. This team is going to be fucking nasty when it gets a leader, man. This team is going to be solid. Frieza's also over on Space Traveling Warriors. That's going to be, that's a nice little squad for Frieza to run on. Bojack is going to look good with this Frieza, man. Yeah, this is nice. Okay, dude, Frieza. I'm looking at Frieza has got a big impact on this game. Wow, okay. Gifted Warriors as well. Remember, you know, we do have that Gifted Warriors Legendary Vegeta event category mission. Frieza will absolutely just destroy that stage, no problem. And then finally, Frieza's on this Planetary Destruction, where Frieza's going to be really good on this team. Because, again, all the Friezas work on here, so crazy. Absolutely crazy. This guy is stunningly good to me. I don't know. What were they thinking with Goku? Why? Am I crazy, or is Frieza, like, twice as good as Goku? Maybe I'm being too hard on Goku. I feel like Goku is, like, really good, but, like, Frieza is, like, like, Frieza gives me the same feeling as UI Goku, right? Yeah, it's... Goku, Frieza's feels fine, right? I still think he could have Beam Nullification or Revive, which would put him probably above UI Goku at that point. But Goku actually feels like he needs the Beam Nullification or the Revive. Whereas for Frieza, that would just make him the best unit in the game, I think. This is interesting. No way in hell would I expect that Frieza was going to be head and shoulders better than Goku. It's very surprising, but I really feel like that's the case. I really do. No, Goku does have a 160% 12 key as well. Okay, okay. I guess I was just wrong earlier when I did the video. Okay. All right, well, wow. Frieza, pretty good. Even without dupes, this guy rainbowed level 10 Links. Man, there's a lot of situations where he's going to look better than UI Goku. Maybe I will like him better than UI Goku after he's done. Let me hold that. Right now, I'm walking out of this video saying I like UI Goku better, I think. But after Frieza does a world tour, I would not be shocked if I'm saying Frieza's the best in the game. Frieza? Wow. Okay. Didn't expect that, but that might be the case. Let's see, man. Frieza's looking pretty damn powerful. It's crazy because Frieza's banner is way better, too. What the hell? Okay. All right, let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching. I'm out of here. Goodbye.